Hi Scorpio, welcome to, I guess, your bonus weekend reading. I wasn't going to do a reading tonight, but I decided to, or Spirit decided I should. I want to do a reading for what's going on in the ethers and what it looks like in 3D reality. So if you want to win a free reading on 2/22, go ahead and put free reading in the comments. If you want to sign up for a 7-day free trial on the Patreon, you can get access to all the extended versions for those 7 days. And if you like it and you want to stay, that'd be awesome. There's membership available on YouTube, and you can book a personal with me or say hi on social media. All of that information is below. There's also Cash App if you like this. And super thanks. There's all kinds of stuff now. It's wonderful. Thank you for being here. All right, let's go. So, looking into this bowl with the light reflecting back and the sound, I was reminded of something I read about last year at some point. It was an archaeological find of a bowl with carvings on, like, for the name, and I think the name was Lilith, and it was like a sound bowl, and they were designed to trap demons in the ground using sound. I think it's like a Jewish Kabbalistic tradition, or like a Jewish mysticism tradition, an ancient one, but that's coming to mind. You might have Lilith in your chart, or you might have some sort of thing going on with that. Just an intuitive download to open. I want to know, I want to use the Lenormand deck to get a sense of the people in your energy, because there were a lot of them yesterday in our reading. Queen of Hearts, the Stork. Oh, a love letter coming from this lovely man. The Star reversed. The Dog reversed. Oh, man. And the Ship. Okay, travel. So, this is interesting. The people in your energy, this could be you and someone else, like a couple. You could be, this gives me kind of 9 of Pentacles energy, but also maybe wanting to like start a family with the stork there. And then you could get like a love message. The Star reverse is like, in the traditional tarot, it's like wish fulfillment, right? And reversed, it would be like some kind of blockage for your wish fulfillment. And this is regarding loyalty or a lack thereof. This Ship card, I can sometimes read it as like imprisonment, because it can mean sorrow, but it also means travel, long distance. So you may be getting like a love message from somebody who lives long distance from you, and it might feel a little bit the word that comes through is ennui. Like, it might feel a little bit like nice to have this communication, but it's not what you want, because there's, I don't know if it's a lack of loyalty, or if it's like in this communication you have other options, or they have other options. This isn't the kind of reading I feel like I usually do. It's a little bit different. So I think that's what's happening in the 3D right now. You may be moving away from this situation, even though it looks quite lovely energetically. I want to read the Dog, because the Dog is loyalty and happiness, and it's reversed. Oh, this isn't the one. 10 of Hearts. A brown spotted dog stands in front of a doghouse with bushes and a green fence. Loyal friend, pet, advisor, trusted. Happiness, great joy, positive. Oh, you know what? You might be bringing somebody in out of the doghouse, or vice versa. Aw, that's kind of sweet. Stars shine in a dark evening sky over a castle and woods near a body of water. Hopes, dreams, guidance, visions, internet. Nice path, journey, nature, positive. You might, yeah, I don't know, you might be dating somebody online who, like, lives at a distance as well. And maybe it's just been online and you decide to, like, travel to meet this person, or they decide to travel to meet you or something. All right, so I think this is in the ethers, which is weird because usually I would read the Lenormand deck as, like, the 3D. I usually read it as the 3D, what's going on in 3D reality, but they're probably reflecting one another. Who's this? Queen of Hearts. Six of Swords reversed. That's interesting. Yeah, you might be bringing somebody in from out in the cold. Obviously, if they ever were abusive, we don't recommend that here. Queen of Hearts. A stork stands on one leg in a lily pond surrounded by rushes. Change, birth, new ideas, transformation. Mild, amiable, female, presenting person, and neutral. And you may have been having a hard time moving on because of your emotional attachment to a situation. Especially if you have a child with a person. And the Six of Swords, right? She's leaving on a boat with nothing but the clothes on her back and her child. And then the stork can indicate, like, you know, the delivery of a child. Your birthday might be on the 17th or the 8th of November. Yeah, with the 8 here. Or the 10th or the 2nd. Any of these numbers as well. 16th, 18th, 3rd, 7th, 9th. All of those might be important. Lots of hearts and emotional energy here. 28. What is the man for Scorpio in the ethers? The Empress. Wow. Okay. So this person, like, has a message for you about you being their Empress. With the stork here and the pregnant Empress and the indication of a child. If you don't have a child with this person already, you may have a child with this person. They may want to have a child with you. And if you're not capable or not desiring to have a child, this is like the potential for a major, like, business venture together. 28. You might be 28 years old. You might be dealing with somebody who's 28 years old. The man, Ace of Hearts, a male presenting person, wears striped pants, a day jacket, and top hat. He carries a letter and a cane through a garden terrace area. Male, masculine, an important male. The person getting the reading. Pleasant news, a love letter. Yeah. You may be sending a love letter to your love, Scorpio. Telling them, like, this is what you want, or because this situation exists for you, like, you want to reclaim that. 16, the star reversed, the star reversed, and the star reversed. Whoa, what are the chances of that? Some sort of wish fulfillment has fallen through here, or somebody is not seeing, like, okay, the star can mean wish fulfillment after loss, and it's like somebody's not seeing, like, the silver lining or the lesson of this loss. It's not getting communicated, or it's not getting through to this person. Reversed, it means arrogance, impotence, and haughtiness. That's going on spiritually and emotionally. We're definitely clarifying that. Spiritually and in the 3D. That's a trip. Okay. 18. Loyalty. You could be dealing with an Aquarius. Somebody who perhaps they were arrogant or are arrogant and haughty. Yeah. If you walked away from this person, they might be coming back with this love letter to you, like, you're my Empress, you're my everything, and you might be like, well, then why did you walk away? Like, why were you in this dog reverse energy? You want me to bring you out of the doghouse? This person speaks without thinking. And they are not, they're not balanced, especially with the prison ship here on the choppy waters. Addiction might be involved. What? This took a turn. That was weird. Okay, so this is the ethers. This is the 3D. I want to know about the emotional aspect of this situation. I'm going to use the light seers for this portion of the read. I'm going to keep gazing here. This Knight of Swords star reversed energy is really, I feel like this combination of energies has been in your business. I'm getting another reading. You may have a divine, if you're a feminine, right? It doesn't matter male or female, just your energy's feminine. You may have a divine masculine who's in their feminine receptive energy. And this may come off as like arrogance because they're expecting you to come back in from out in the cold. Like you walked away and they're just expecting that you'll come back without having to do anything. And you not coming back is creating this like disloyalty, this speaking out of turn, this sorrow for them, long distance travel for you maybe, temperance reversed. They maybe expected you to have temperance in this situation if you're in this Queen of Hearts energy, and like, I don't know, I'm getting if you walked away from this person, it was not something you wish to do with the Queen of Hearts energy. This person would have given you no other choice. Sorry, the Sun reversed wanted to come out. You became aware of something about your happiness being like blocked, I think, as long as you remained in this situation. And I think that leaving this situation with the Six of Swords reversed, or staying stuck in this situation, would have continued to keep your happiness blocked. Your birthday might be the 19th of November. I'm also seeing February has 28 days. So this message may come this month. By the 17th, 16th, 17th, or 18th. With the 3rd, which is the day I'm reading for this, I believe. Yeah. I want to clarify, what is this message? Oh, the 3 of Wands reversed and the 2 of Cups. It's definitely a love message. I mean, it is February, right? The 3 of Wands reversed is the end of sorrow. So somebody wants to put an end to a sorrowful situation. They want to put an end to a situation where you're not in their life. I'm seeing 3-3 here. I want to read the affirmations for these cards because they're just really just beautiful. I really love the affirmations. For the Sun, it says, I am whole. I am more than enough. I shine like the sun when I am happy. The shadow aspect is delays, negative mindset, self-doubt, or lack of confidence. A need to tune out a negative mindset and to find inspiration. So you may have left a situation, or you may be thinking about leaving a situation because there's some negative mindset that continues to proliferate there. And it's like you're hoping to, I think, change the environment to become more like fruitful. And the Three of Wands reversed, not dreaming big enough. Fear coming up to block your movement and delays. I'm expectant and optimistic, and I know that my dream is on the way. Expectant. The word expectant definitely implies pregnancy. You may be like trying to get pregnant. And like the stress and worry of kind of thinking about it a lot is making you feel like a little despondent about that. And then very much on the other side of this is like absolute definition of fertility with the Two of Cups, which is beautiful. I thrive in partnerships, and my heart leaps with joy when I connect. Romantic partners, soulmates, friendships, connected hearts, passion, kindred spirits, joyful connection, cooperation, union, sometimes marriage, duality, love, and consciousness. And consciousness, not unconsciousness. So what is the Star reversed? Like, are you just not able to conceptualize that this love can be real? Oh my God, yeah. That's exactly what it is. You're like really overcoming some negative thought patterns. Scorpio, you're also just in your Scorpio energy. Like Five of Cups is Scorpio. And the way I view this card is like emotional transmutation. It's part of the necessary process of transmuting emotions. And so if this is underneath your stars, there might be something literally in your like chart, in your astrological chart, that has sort of designed you to like struggle with this, the nature of this thing, like love and hope versus like practicality, because the whole essence of this reading is the ethers and the 3D, right? So it's like you think that the ethers and the 3D, so there's this concept I've heard where in the 5D it sometimes takes a while for things to translate into the 3D, but with the stars aligned here, it's like the stars are aligned for your happiness, and you're still sort of thinking there's time, it's going to take time for the 5D to manifest in the 3D or something. This is your emotional stuff, right? Like you're just kind of, this is what you want, this is what you're receptive to, but you're not thinking positively about it with the swords and the wands and the sun kind of reversed. At least not, maybe not consciously. Like consciously you might be hoping to manifest, right? And you might be working on that, but there's like unconscious stuff in the background that I think requires some like meditation or attention to like reconstruct a little bit regarding this Five of Cups, which is like disappointment for things that have passed or have come before. I think the solution to this card, 5 is great because it's a number that indicates change. And the solution to this card, I believe, is just present moment awareness. Just really working on being present. So meditation, I think, would be super helpful for you regarding this situation. The 10 of Pentacles. Why is the Knight of Swords and the dog reversed your 10 of Pentacles? What? 9 of Swords reversed? Someone may be coming in with a message about their loyalties to you that is undoing your anxieties about the situation. That might be what this message is. Somebody coming in with a message about their loyalties to you. If this is your present energy, like, you're not expecting this at all. Temperance reversed with the ship. The Page of Swords reversed. I'm getting the sense that somebody's done, like, watching you from afar. With Temperance reversed and the Page of Swords reversed. And then afar, right, with the ship. Maybe they've studied you or watched you or learned about you or whatever, and they're just tired of watching you from a distance. They're ready to, like, take some sort of bold action towards you, send some sort of... They may send a message first. I don't think this person's going to just show up. And if you're in a situation where you don't want somebody just showing up, right? Because that can be creepy depending on, like, who it is. Just take it as it resonates, obviously. I get the feeling that this is something you want, but you're struggling with your own complicated emotions regarding past occurrences and regarding, like, just closing out loose ends. The reading I did for February is about closing out, like, the energetic loose ends of sort of old stuff. It's almost like if you were in a tapestry, like a thread in a tapestry, and there was, like, a hole. Somebody tried to unravel the hole and then came back and, like patched it. Like, you're coming back to patch it so that the rest of it doesn't unravel. There was just something you needed to unravel from your past, so it wasn't part of, like, the story anymore. It could be generational trauma, some sort of, like, thought pattern that you had that you're, like, just encountering the sort of last bits of. It's almost like you cut some sort of cancerous mind virus out, is what I'm getting. What's the outcome of this situation for Scorpio? 5 of Swords reversed. Justice reversed. 10 of Swords, what? That's a crazy combination of cards. Okay. Let's read this real quick. Like, what? 5 of Swords reversed came out yesterday in your energies as somebody who just wants to win at all costs, but also somebody who is just not, like, they're just not able to conceptualize what you're communicating or trying to communicate because their shadow hasn't been integrated yet. It's standing back there in the ice. It looks like ice, like in these frozen emotions. This person is cold as ice, willing to sacrifice your love, is what it may seem like. Or they may be viewing you like that. You might be like, there's no possible way I can be happy in this situation because you just don't get me as much as I want for that to be true. Justice, number 11. My good karma is delightfully loving, and it can be the most motivating of teachers. The shadow seer is consequences, retribution, karma, injustice, and inequity, dishonesty, imbalance, a need to take responsibility for your past actions. And the 10 of Swords. I am healing every day. Painful endings, crisis, being stabbed in the back, an opportunity to find deep healing, an opportunity to find hope and resiliency. Man, what I like about the 10 of Swords is this is the ending out of a cycle. And again, the reading said an opportunity for hope and healing. Like, when we end out these cycles of, like, these negative thought patterns, right? Like we can move forward. I'm getting this feeling with the dog reversed that this person was disloyal, or they will be in some way, shape, or form, if you allow them back into your energy. It will bring sorrow, or distance or travel. You might have to move even. Okay, if this is a loose ends reading, it's like this has already happened. If you're dealing with somebody who's wanting to come back into your energy, it's so they can drain it. They're not here necessarily to take responsibility for themselves, even though you may be their wish fulfillment, and even though you may want this Ten of Pentacles with them. It's like they don't have the ability to be in both worlds, or being in both worlds for them, right? The ethereal and the material is like, it's too difficult or something. Temperance reverse is like choosing one, right? Like being closed-minded to other perspectives. And the Five of Swords, this person may they may see you as, this is interesting, they may see you as somebody who is just, and they may be seeing the side of you that is like karma playing out for them. And I think you see this as like the consequences of their sort of unhealed aspects, and not as like a personal affront to them or something that like you might, your ego might want to be like, no, this person sucks or whatever, or like, no, like I'm not dealing with that anymore. But your 5D self sees this aspect of them that's unhealed and feels sorrow for it, knowing you have to move away from it. This could easily like apply to a job or like a housing situation or a friend or like a family member. But with the Two of Cups, the Empress, and all that stuff about like a kids in a family dynamic, and then the love letter, I strongly feel that this could be, for most circumstances, a love relationship. It looks complicated and a little bit messy. And definitely there's a feeling of like an unfortunate outcome that nobody really wanted or could prevent. Okay. I don't know what happened to your energy this week, Scorpio. Something... I feel like this is like a last push before some sort of new like incarnation for you. Some sort of, yeah, like loose ends. Oh my gosh, the Ten of Wands. Some sort of burdens or sacrifices that you're like picking up and moving on with. Ending out old flames. Yeah, you might, yeah. I mean, that's what this reading is. Ending out old flames. Putting out old flames, like moving on. There's a lot of that in this reading. Anything else for Scorpio regarding this reading? I think because it's February also, like, some people say that because it's like Valentine's Day that your ex comes back to talk to you or whatever, and this is you being like, okay, cool, thanks. I'm pretty good where I'm at. I'm sorry that like I'm not there, like I'm not there in that space And this person, like, may have been loyal to you for a long time or something. And, like, you were sort of just healing and, like, moving on. What I do want to know, Scorpio, is, like, what do you want from this situation? And what do you want going forward? Because I think that's much more interesting. Okay, the Emperor. The Emperor showed itself in the cut of the deck here. So you want control, power, establishment, security, Mars energy, Aries energy. It's like you're not really building your life on just dreams anymore. You have the Emperor and the Empress. Like, you want somebody who's on your level, who can literally support the empire that you rule over as well as themselves, and who can give you, I'm hearing, like, birth you like the king that you're wanting to birth in this world, whether that be a business, like an empire, or like an actual child. Like, you're looking for your divine counterpart. And you are not seeing that in the person who is here. Yeah. Knight of Wands reverse. This person's coming forward like, you're my Two of Cups. And you're like, no, you just want to have a fling for the night. I'm not interested in that. This is, yeah, definitely not the kind of reading I usually do, but that's okay. That's good. It's the weekend. Let's see here. What do you want going forward? Marriage. All right. Something committed, stable, worth celebrating, that makes you feel good. You may want to stay in your options right now. Yeah, leave this person out in the cold. That's where you're at. You're like, no, I'm good. Oh, shoot. You might, like, really let them know without a doubt. Yeah, this person seeing you is, with justice reversed, like, not... You're not, what is it? You're not splicing any hairs. Like, you're not leaving room for them to doubt your intentions or thoughts about the situation. Yeah, so I have this feeling that, like, yeah, well, you're not leaving them room to doubt your intentions or feelings or thoughts about the situation, and you're operating from a place of, this is where you want, this is where you're headed. This spread, the way it has sort of played itself out, is like, again, the 5D, the 3D, your emotional reality, and then, like, your present, or like your actions. And so there's, like, a lot of subconscious stuff here that might be playing around in your head, in your mind. And with the 10 of Swords and the 7 of Cups here, it's like you finally, and the 10 of Wands, you finally put an end to putting your energy into this situation so you can move on and heal and actually go towards what you want. It's like you've made the unfortunate but necessary decision to decide, this isn't for me, and move on. And this person doesn't like that, and you can see their position, and you can see that they're healing, and that there's nothing they can do to really help this situation. And so you're having the strength to go towards your 10 of Pentacles. You may even be in an energy of your 10 of Pentacles, manifesting this Emperor, Empress, like, twin flame connection or marriage. And you're strongly guarding your energy. The 10 of Wands, like, 10 of Wands can indicate movement also, or moving. You might be moving physically away from this person. With the Ship and the 10 of Wands here, that's strong confirmation. You may also be moving towards your healing, the end of betrayals with the Dog reversed and the 10 of Swords here, and your Emperor, Empress. Okay, so I want to look at this Emperor, Empress Four of Wands combination and figure out, like, your first step in achieving this, right, is basically leaving a situation out in the cold that is coming back sort of maybe unwelcome in your energy, but is coming back so that you can sort of put an end to these troubles, whether those troubles be in your mind or in your, like, your willpower, your ability to act, your energy, because there was emotional attachment here. And then what does Scorpio need to know going forward about manifesting this connection? Two of Wands. Yeah, you just need to step through the door. So you're closer than you think. I mean, the 2, 3, and 4, right? The 3 of Wands is here already. So this is your opportunity to step through the door, is closing out this sort of energy by addressing it, by clearly addressing it, maybe stating it out loud to the ethers, if it's not directly to this person, just really maybe writing it down. The sword can indicate writing and communication. What else? Are you kidding? Yeah, just turning this 3 of Wands upright. Wow. That's interesting. It is also a matter of perspective. So it's like, as long as you've continued to give energy to this person that you left out in the cold, it could have been from, like, resentment because of betrayal, anxiety that was being sent your way, like, in the ethers, that was, like, being interpreted by you as a sensitive being as your own anxiety, and, like, you instead learning to look and see, like, oh, this 5 of Cups, in this 5 of Cups energy, it's like you had your 2 of Cups, but now you have 3 Cups, and it's like you're sad because you have 3 Cups, but they're not the ones that you want. And then I'm seeing the 3 card here, like, you need to move on from that situation. And the 3 of Wands, like, the 3 of Wands can be a person looking out over a golden ocean at sunset, like an ocean that's golden from the sunset, and then the ships coming in. Or it can be like anxiety, like waiting for your ships to come in and watching. But with the 2 of Wands, it's like this person has stepped through the illusion of being chained to their security or to their establishment or to their established norm, established partnership, even with the Roman numeral 2 there, reflecting the sign for Gemini. Okay, and the outcome of moving towards this situation by facing this person and with your truth, with your clearly stated truth. What is the outcome by moving through this doorway? And I think we already, the King of Cups reversed. Ooh. Okay. So the King of Cups reversed might be your energy, Scorpio. Like, you might just seem very much like you're lacking compassion. It could even be like a business opportunity this person brings towards you that you're turning down. 8 of Wands. Three of Swords. Queen of Swords reversed. That was a turn of events. That's so weird. So it's almost like in learning to speak your truth, in speaking this truth, this came out in your reading yesterday, you may find yourself feeling a little bit emotionally like rocked. Like, man, I can't believe I just did that. And then you might go back to this Five of Cups energy, reflecting on it, and feeling heartbreak, and like with the Seven of Cups, like reviewing all the options. Like, did I do the right thing? Did I do the right thing? Did I do the right thing? That's the Queen of Swords reversed also. She came out as your, what was crossing you in yesterday's reading. This is you second guessing your truth because it hurt somebody and it hurts you. And sometimes the truth hurts. But it's like you're a seeker for that truth. And then I just want to know, because you are heading towards this Emperor Empress marriage sort of divine union, but this step in the process is one that you can potentially keep repeating, right? Until you can learn to feel good about speaking your truth, even if it hurts others. Or maybe you're holding both sides at once. How can Scorpio hold both sides at once? That was quick. The Lovers reversed. Gemini energy reversed. So you can hold both sides at once here, like the heartbreak and the rational decision, essentially, by, I think this is hard for you, Scorpio, by, it's like, yeah, you withdraw your love from the situation, and this takes you out of your comfort zone of the King of Cups energy and puts you in the King of Swords energy. It's like you're really not comfortable making this kind of judgment call, even if it is for your own good. What happens if Scorpio doesn't make this judgment call? That's a long reading, longer than I thought it was going to be. Knight of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, you stay stuck. You never deliver the coin. You never deliver the pentacle, or it never comes to you. And what happens when they do? Two of Swords. Four of Cups. The Hierophant. Seven of Wands. The Magician reversed. And the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so what I'm seeing is that you may manifest somebody who you do marry. Yeah, maybe somebody who you do have kids with. Maybe an emperor. And yet you may feel like this will come right when, basically right when you feel like it's not going to, right? Your marriage may indeed be to spirit, with the Five of Cups and change here, and then the Hierophant here, or some sort of spiritual tradition. And then Seven of Wands, you defending your position with the Magician reverse, and the Nine of Pentacles is like, this is you coming into the energy of feeling worth this truth that you've spoken, and worth the truth that you must speak in order to defend your position in the world, because you're a being of divine light that was created by the Most High. I think that's why the Magician is reversed here. It's like you hand over your troubles to your Most High, God, Creator, Spirit, and you know that in this communication, or this state of communication with Spirit, like magic works through you and for you. And so like what you were looking for in a love relationship or a sense of fulfillment is like fulfilled by a relationship with the divine. Which, you know, if you're looking for love, is not like what a lot of people enjoy hearing. But I think one thing to note about this is that when you're comfortable and confident with yourself, and you know yourself and what makes you feel good and what makes you tick and like what makes you, you know, happy, then you attract in somebody similar right? The Empress knows what she needs, wants, and desires, and she knows how to nurture herself and the people around her. She might be seen as a little naive because she's very much like a giver of abundance, as well as like receptive to kind of all kinds of energy. She doesn't necessarily like maintain a lot of discernment, but that's why her counterpart is the Emperor. So I think that going forward with the intention of just sort of maintaining your own personal truth will magnetize you to the situation that you want to attract. And then getting to the point where you don't even want to attract that situation anymore is when this occurs for you. How long will this take for Scorpio? Please, Spirit. 5. Oh my gosh, 555. So maybe by May. Could be by May. We also have the 5 of Swords reversed here. So your 5 of Swords reversed might be like your defeatist thoughts as well. It might not actually be another person at all. It could just be a thought a pattern about like, this is never going to happen for me, or like, I don't know. You see 5, 5, 5, 5. 5s might be indicative of this change for you. What I'm seeing with like 2, 3, 4, and then 5 is that you could probably like celebrate a little bit more, Scorpio. Because you have the 4 of Cups here, right? You could celebrate a little bit more. Like let loose, celebrate the things that there are to celebrate around you. And when you get to this point of being like, all right, I don't even want any of this like anymore, and why am I here, Spirit? And you turn to Spirit and you're like, okay, I'm just gonna meditate, I'm gonna enjoy this. Oh, I'm enjoying this more than I thought I was. Or I'm gonna go to church, or I'm gonna go to the water, or whatever it is that Spirit is for you. And you're just kind of doing you, and you feel good about it. All of a sudden you have this like victory over your thoughts that like changes your perspective of this field of consciousness. That's interesting. 3 of Cups reversed and the Queen of Wands. You're very much being encouraged right now to not worry about what other people think of you, or what other people are saying about you, or about being judged by others, with Judgment reversed here. The Queen of Wands is comfortable in her own energy. She works her magic. I really like these two together as like a healed divine feminine energy, whether you're male or female. This is getting in tune with your receptive side. The Queen of Wands has a little bear pendant, and then she's got lions on either side and a black cat here. So you may have like affinities with the animal kingdom. The sun flower reminds me of the sun card here, and so this could be something that leads to at least a personal victory in the way you feel about yourself by the summer, by late summer, like Leo season with the lions here. You're honing your magic and your intuition. And in terms of love, like a romantic love for Scorpio, I guess this is a love reading. The Tower reversed. Page of Swords reversed again. That's come out twice. Wheel of Fortune reversed. 9 of Cups reversed. 4 of Swords reversed. Oh my gosh. You know what? This has come out in your readings before, Scorpio. I think the collective I'm reading for is either in a space or being encouraged to be in a space for now of just not worrying about it, which is kind of the point of this reading. Worry about yourself. Don't worry about yourself. Nurture yourself. Love yourself. Magnetize yourself. Give to yourself. And this is not selfish. This is self-care. And this is for my Scorpios who like are afraid of speaking their truth, holding their boundaries, clearing out their energy of toxic energies. Like they're afraid of telling other people like, hey, I'm not cool with that. This is you learning to do that with skill and confidence, and be okay with defending your sovereignty as a divine being on the planet who can take up space. Yeah, you don't need to worry about what other people are doing or how other people are going to come into your life or affect your life. You're magnetizing yourself. You're growing your energy. You're harnessing the power of your toroidal electromagnetic field to draw in those people, places, and experiences that you would enjoy and that you currently, your spirit desires, but that your 5D, 3D, and emotional realities are not lined up to experience. So once you find this alignment, it's like it all sort of click for you. And I believe this will happen for you this year. It looks like by the end of summer, which, as we all know, like the years, they just pass. Literally last year just ended and it was like blip. It was a little blip on the map. So what I want to look into at the end of this reading, I think, sorry, my neck has been bothering me. Pain in the neck. This situation is a pain in your neck. You're like, why does this always happen to me in love? Or like, why is this how my 10 of Pentacles turned out? Like, is this the happiest it gets? And do I have to just settle for this stars reverse, 5 of Swords reverse person or whatever? And you just kind of move on and you're like, no, I don't. And I'm not going to. And I'll be in my own energy and I'm cool with that. What's in your past life energies that is being tied up here? Whether that be a past ego identity in this life or like a past life situation. Oh my gosh, like all of your karmic past lives, your entire family's generational extended everything from the time that we were birthed from stars. Okay, there's that. Specifically, still so many. Burned, house fire, branding, persecution, book burning, gladiator, duelist, martial artist, other, exiled, shunned, disowned, force underground. Fool, helpless maiden, saboteur, destroyer, murder, witness, poison, suicide, fertility, illegitimacy, infertility, loss. Oh, this is you and your person's cult faith. Dang, this is your person. The Fool. Again, maybe Aquarius energy. You had stars reversed twice. The destroyer of the helpless maiden and the saboteur. This person brought a destructo bomb into your life. And this has happened in past lives. They may have hurt you or someone, or poisoned your thoughts against yourself or others. And they're coming in with this love offer and you're like, no thanks. Because I think you're realizing like, no, I walked away for a reason. Children. I told you children were involved. Fertility, illegitimacy, infertility, and loss. This is going to be super weird to say, but because of this cult thing here, underground civilization, psychological or verbal abuse, friend, this person may have like had a child by you, like to give to somebody else, like without your knowledge. And this is going to sound really messed up. This is really messed up, but with the cult faith here, like I remember seeing this like interview with a woman whose mom had sold her into like sex slavery when she was a child. amongst these like elites, and the elites had basically like pressured the mom into doing it by paying her a lot of money and by like setting her up basically, so that even if she wanted to refuse, like the consequences would have been so massive that like there would be nothing she could do to, and so she like agreed. And this person, ew, I just had like just grossest feeling. Just they may have been aligned with these people. They may have even grown up in this environment as like a child who experienced something like that. And then like this woman, her interview, she talked about how like these, yeah, I don't really want to get into it, but these people, like, they just did awful things to children, and they paid exorbitant amounts of money to do it. And oh man, yeah, something horrible like that in either your past life or this person's past life who you were dealing with. And so maybe that's that Five of Swords, like you you see their unintegrated shadow, and you see why they can't integrate it, because they were raised in an environment that like damaged them. They were birthed into an environment that damaged them. Forced underground, book burning, persecution, house fire, branding, martial artist, duelist, gladiator. You're some sort of spiritual warrior who is here to provide information about what's been banished in the collective consciousness, with the book burning and then banishment here, burned. Athlete, you have endured. And I think that's why all these cards came out as like a big old pff. An artist, you may be an artist. In your art, you may talk about or write, again with the King of Swords, write about, and the book burning here, write about like stuff like this that happened to this person. And you may have been forced underground for trying to reveal this information in past lives, maybe even in this life. Hobbyist, collector, professional, model. I don't usually like the collector card, but this is like, I think you're a collector of stories, of people's stories. And I think it may have started out as a hobby, and then you became like a professional. And now you're like a model of how to, or you're becoming a model of how to. Poetry of witness has come up before in your reading, maybe yesterday or the day before, but you may be a poet, and you may be engaged in some sort of poetry of witness. If you don't know what poetry of witness is, Carolyn Forche is an example or model of poetry of witness. She basically went as a reporter to was it Mexico or like, yeah, Central or South America. She went to some, I don't know, drug lords like take over his. She witnessed like this. Maybe it was Cuba. I can't remember. Anyway, look up Carolyn Forche. I should know this, but she just witnessed some awful things, and she wrote poetry about it to bring attention to what was happening there. Yeah, she's a very famous poet and very talented, and saw some intense things. Perpetrator, witness, yeah. Victim, bystander, oh man. Of sexual assault. You may you may have witnessed or had some insight into this person who you were dealing with in this reading. This reading took a crazy turn. This person who you're dealing with in this reading, and their involvement with this cult. And it may involve children, and it may involve this, and that's all I'm gonna say. Like, and you may be writing, or you may be a witness, and they may have been a bystander for a while. They may have even been a victim of it, but they were also, if not a perpetrator, then a bystander for these perpetrators. And you're writing about it, about this injustice overturned, victim, perpetrator. Yeah, they may have been trying to point the finger at you. This woman is talking to me about that story of like these people threatened to basically like incriminate this kid's mom unless she agreed to be paid handsomely to sell the kid into slavery. And you maybe almost became the victim of this, or were the victim of this, and you're able to escape and speak about it anyways. And this person's trying to draw you back in by saying like they weren't a part of this, or they didn't know about it, or they tried to defend you, or they tried to be loyal to you or something. And I think the consequences of like trying to rekindle something with this person, you're aware that that's not happening. That's not an option. And you say so very clearly with your King of Swords that was here. And then you heal. It's a victory, but it's a hollow victory, because just encountering energy like this it's awful. Well, Scorpio, that's not what I was hoping to read today. Okay, but we are moving on. I think this is why cleansing your energy has come up a lot. You've been through it, Scorpio. You've been through the ick of the ick. That's all I have to say. Oh. I'm just gonna get us an oracle card. I have like awful, just this ick. Whoa. 7 of Wands. Hold your ground. Stay connected with the divine. You may be up against a lot of people, but you have the higher perspective because of your connection with the divine. You have the Hierophant and the outcome, right? 9 of Pentacles reversed. The Bear. No way. That's awesome. The Hermit reversed. The 10 of Wands reversed. Okay, so you have to basically like figure out how to write all of these energies. Death reversed. These cards don't have reversals. Am I just shuffling them all reverse? Like, what? No. Okay. So what I'm seeing with Death reversed is like I think you're having a hard time holding your ground against this, or feeling confident. You're feeling burdened. You don't want to take on the burden of this task. You don't want to weave your web. You don't want to weave this web, this story. And you don't want to move on You don't want to travel, but you have to, right? According to this energy, there's something about needing to move forward, and this being your outcome. King of Swords reversed. You just haven't spoken this truth yet. And once you do, your Ten of Pentacles is here. Whoa. Whatever truth you have to speak, Scorpio, it's just major. And yeah, I don't blame you for not wanting to touch that with a 10-foot pole after what I just read in your energy. But you have the skill and all of the capabilities to do this. I think the Chariot is the Badger. Let's read these, because this is the energy that you're looking to embody to bring this upright, right? You and your strength, knowing, first of all, that you're Scorpio and you're the energy of death. And anybody who comes up against you with the intention of preserving themselves is missing the point of your energy. I remember there was this like monster in Final Fantasy IX called the Leafa Tree, and I went up against it, threw everything I had, everything, over and over. And I finally like gave up playing the game for a while. And then my cousin helped me out, and he was like, it's the tree of life. So what do you throw at it if it's like, it looks like a dead tree? It had like a skeleton and stuff. And I was like, resurrection? Like the phoenix down or whatever it was? And he was like, yeah. So of course you give it one phoenix down, which is like a purchasable item. I believe at that point in the game it was. And it just goes away. Poof. You just give it life. Right? This is you learning to give yourself life. Breathing life into yourself by holding your ground, believing in yourself, speaking your truth, claiming, okay, this is interesting. Also, this owl, in order to survive, has to eat this. Sorry, I have like a hangnail. Has to eat this mouse. And so there's this process of like accepting the necessity of this energy exchange, which is you leaving this person behind or something like that. Wisdom, protection, authority, awareness, and guidance is the owl. And then the rat is intelligence, tradition, success, and tenacity. You have the strength to rise up out of a situation that may be holding you down. That's the owl's message. The rat is, they're known for their adaptability. When you call on the rat to assist you during a time of flux, you will find within you a natural ability to accept and adjust to a new environment. Ten of Pentacles, the bear. Nine of Pentacles, I'm sorry. I kind of want to know why this rat has like a crown around it. Fear kept the rats from moving, from using their creative minds, from living. Oh man. As time went on, the thorn bush where they once felt so safe became their cage. They tried to avoid discomfort, but their lives still changed in the end, and not for the better. Change requires vulnerability, and staying put or avoidance can be so much easier. However, as time moves on, we continue to grow even in small ways, and that space where we sought refuge remains the same. So whatever you're in, or whatever part of this reading you resonated with, there's definitely an energy of like having outgrown something or someone and needing to move forward in order to like reclaim your happiness. In this card, the bear is hibernating. It's dreaming of salmon. With the Nine of Pentacles reversed, I was seeing that like there was a dream that had been reversed. Like you weren't sleeping anymore. You weren't in hibernation. Maybe you were in fight or flight for a long while. To write this, right, is to break those patterns of like, especially thought patterns and security patterns. With the lots of fives, like Five of Cups. The Five of Pentacles came out reversed for the other person in your reading. So it's like just learning to really relax into your, divine feminine energy. Remember I mentioned that. And then you had the Queen of Wands, and her totem is the bear. This is you like really loving yourself, living yourself, not having a mask. 10 of Wands reversed, giving it over to Spirit. King of Swords reversed. The challenge here is to speak your truth, write your truth down, live in your truth, no matter what that means for other people. And I think you've maybe found this to be a cruel thing in the past, but it is your 10 of Pentacles. It is the key to your 10 of Pentacles. It's that 3 of Wands that came up earlier in the reading. Coming out of Hermit mode, not being ashamed if you're like a spider energy, you know. I want to read the Hermit because I haven't seen this card before in this deck. It's really cool looking. Or at least part of it. I'll read part of it because this has been a super long reading. Not expecting that. I was like, I'm not going to do a reading today. Yep. Hour and 10 minutes. Patience, creativity, awareness, vibration, connected. Are there opportunities to cast a new net or spin a new web to help you gain the desired outcome? Have patience if the results don't happen overnight, and pay attention to the vibrations as they will become your guide. This talks about Seattle public schools during 2020 because of lockdown. I was there. It was awful. Time spent indoors and not socializing made way for new ideas to flourish and the time to work on them. That's true. I learned a lot about plants and like started to learn about like fish and nature in the environment, you know, in case nothing came back online and we had to like try and survive off the land. And I learned a lot about just the things that are out and about and around me, and like connecting with other forms of life through knowledge of not only like knowledge that you can learn in books, but actually going outside and like getting that bionosis, that the getting in tune with those vibrations really changed my perspective of the hermit mode during lockdown. So you might need to just get outside and like tune in with your environment a little bit more and the living, loving creatures all around you. And then lastly, I'm going to read this Chariot card, the Honey Badger, grit, focus, independence, and healing. This Honey Badger energy is available to you. This Hermit mode energy is available to you. All of this energy is available to you. And literally it'll activate like as soon as you start loving yourself, pouring into yourself, caring for yourself in even the most minute of ways, as a ritualistic, honorary, like recognition that you're an avatar for the divine, because the divine created you and the divine works through you, and you listen and you're connected. And that doesn't mean you're God, right? It means that you've done the work to conquer your ego so that you're not making the mistake of like believing you're God when that energy comes in through you, and you're really translating the good. You're living the good life. And whoever you were dealing with really didn't want you to see that or to feel that or to know that. And so communicating your truth with this person is your like energetic stop sign to the energies that would hold you back from this. And like you're being called to do that. It may be your biggest fear, but it's an illusion. Fear is an illusion, right? All we have to fear is fear itself. So you've got this, Scorpio. That was an intense, crazy reading. I hope it was helpful to somebody. I hope I get shadow banned for going as deep as we did with some of that material. That was a lot. Anyway, love you, Scorpios. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your continued support. I really appreciate you all, and it's an honor to read for you, even if it's like hard sometimes. So thanks. Bye.